Excuse me, boss. I'd like to discuss my pay. Would you give me a pay rise?
Unfortunately, things are pretty tough right now, so I can't afford to give you a pay rise, sorry. Please do not say that when asking for a pay rise at work. But how do you ask for a rise to get the highest figure possible? Well, if you want to get the biggest pay rise achievable, make sure you stay tuned and watch this tutorial from start to finish, because I will give you a brilliant script to use. And just very quickly, if you are new to this channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Literally thousands of you are progressing in your careers. I can only help you if you are subscribed. And please give the video a like, because that really does motivate me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, let's jump straight into the tutorial. Let me now show you how to ask for a pay rise at work. Make sure you take notes. This is a live scenario. Once you've watched the scenario, I will then give you the script to write down. Here we go.
Excuse me, boss. I'd like to discuss my pay, please.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Thank you. So I've been working for the company for 18 months now, and I feel I'm worthy of a pay rise. I've worked on various projects that have increased sales, and I often carry out duties outside of my job description. Please would you consider increasing my pay?
Okay, you've worked really hard this year, I agree. I'll increase your pay from $40,000 a year to $41,000 a year. How does that sound?
I appreciate the offer, but with increased inflation and cost of living, that wouldn't equate to a pay rise. Can you increase it higher?
Okay, well, you've clearly done your research. I'll increase it to $46,000 a year.
Okay, that'd be great, thank you. Can we also schedule in to review my pay again in another 18 months' time, as that would really motivate me to achieve greater things for the company?
You're smart. Okay, let's meet again in 18 months' time to review your pay. Make sure you work hard.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was a really good example of somebody asking for a pay rise at work, and you could see how confident they were, and they also gave examples of strong work performance to justify the pay increase. Now, what I'm going to do is give you some really important tips to consider when asking for a pay rise. I will then give you a script to use when asking for a pay rise in person, and I will also give you another script which is perfect for when asking for a pay rise by email. Let's get started with those tips first of all. So tips for negotiating a pay rise number 1. Be confident in your abilities. Don't be arrogant, but be confident when asking for a pay rise. You have to be respectful, but be confident at the same time, because if you show weakness when asking for a pay rise, your manager might pick up on this and refuse to give you one. Tips for negotiating a pay rise number 2. Make sure you give examples of excellent work performance, especially where you have helped the company to grow, improve, or increase profits, for example. So let me give you some examples of excellent work performance you could include in your discussion when asking for a pay rise. So perhaps you have delivered consistent, excellent customer service during your time with your employer. And as you and I know, delivering excellent customer service can help to increase customer longevity and also increase sales. Maybe you've received positive reviews online following your work for the company. Maybe you've helped streamline processes to help the company save money. You might have helped the company win a lucrative sales contract. You might have brought in more customers or clients to the business. Maybe you have carried out excellent performance during your time with the company, and that performance has been reflected positively in your appraisal reviews. You might have carried out duties outside of your job description. Say, for example, when a co-worker is off sick or on holiday, you might have carried out their work for them. And also, finally, you might have helped the company train up new members of staff as and when they join the team. So those are some examples that you can use when discussing a pay rise. Tips for negotiating a pay rise number 3. Now, if they refuse to give you a pay rise, ask to book in a date in several months' time, for example, to review your pay again. That's really important. So if they say, no, we can't currently give you a pay rise, then make sure you do book in a date in the future, soon in the future, to review your pay again, because that gives you something to work towards, and it also focuses their mind in the build up to that meeting. Tips for negotiating a pay rise number 4. This is really important. Do not threaten to leave the company if they refuse a pay rise or offer you one that you are not happy with. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't do that. If you are going to leave the company, then I recommend, first of all, finding alternative employment and then going back to them when you've been offered a job with a higher salary, because that then gives you something to negotiate if you do want to stay with their company. Okay, so I am now going to give you 2 scripts to use when discussing a pay rise. The first one is for when asking for a pay rise in person, and the second script is for when asking for a pay rise by email. So this is the in-person script. You can write it down, use it, and tweak it as you see fit. Here we go. So you start off, "Can we discuss my pay, please?" The manager says something like, "Yes, of course, go ahead." You then say, "I've been working for the company for 18 months and I feel now is a good time to ask for a pay rise. I have worked on various projects that have helped increase sales, improved customer service standards, and often carried out tasks outside of my job description. I feel I am worthy of a pay rise and request that you consider increasing it." So your manager says, "Okay, I agree you have worked hard over the last 18 months, so I would be prepared to increase your salary from $40,000 to $41,000 per year. How does that sound?" And then if you're not happy with it, you can go back and negotiate. So you could say, "I appreciate the offer," so you are being respectful, "but that amount barely covers inflation and the cost of living increase. Please, can you go higher?" The manager says, "Okay, it's obvious you've done your research. I will increase it to $46,000 per year." And this is important. You then go back, accept it. "That's great, thank you. Please, can we also book in another date in the diary, say in 18 months' time, to review my pay again, because that will really motivate me to do great work for the company during this period. Thank you very much." So that gives you something else to work towards. And it's pretty good for the company as well, because if they review your salary again in, say, 12 months or 18 months' time, it's then on you to prove that you are worth another pay increase. So they should get better performance from you during that period of time. So that's a script you can use. You can rewind the video, watch it again, and write it down. Let me now give you a pay rise script to use if you want to ask for a pay rise by email. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with asking for a specific figure that you would like. So you could say, "I would like a pay rise of 5%. But I prefer that method where you are putting the onus on them to give you a figure and you can negotiate it. Here's the email script for asking for a pay rise by email at work. Here we go. "Dear sir," or "Dear madam." If you know their name or you are on first name terms, then you can put their name in there. "RE pay review. I am writing to request a review of my pay. Over the past 18 months, I have thoroughly enjoyed working for the company on various tasks and projects that have assisted the organisation in its commercial and financial goals. Most notably, I have delivered outstanding customer service, resulting in increased sales and positive online reviews, helped streamline processes to save the company money, carried out duties outside of my job description, and trained new members of staff when they joined the team. I believe my consistently strong work performance is worthy of a pay increase, and I request a review of my salary. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you. Yours faithfully," insert your name. So that gives you a broad template you can use, and you can see how effective it is when you structure it in that manner, where you are listing the different things you have done to help the company or organisation achieve its commercial and or financial goals. So it's a really good template to use. Again, you can pause the video and write that down if you want to. So there you have it, lots of tips and example scripts to help you get the pay rise you deserve. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thousands of you are not only getting hired, but you are passing your interviews and progressing throughout your careers. When you are subscribed, I can help you throughout the duration of your own career. Please give the video a like. That really does motivate me to create more content for you. Thank you very much. And don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It's always an honour and a pleasure to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best. Have a great day.